Sun, moon, stars,
It's a dark night, 2-0. So, you see the beacon of light through that black hole? Greetings, suns and moons, and of course, I have to welcome back all my stars. Let me go ahead and get into channeling this energy to show me what it is I need to see. Now, an innocence lost is what I'm picking up on this cut. However, because someone has extreme intentions, what this is talking about is you realizing that they are the energy that causes all the ruckus. And since this is the case, what I'm picking up for this 1111 energy is someone believes that I am either androgynous or they are. And since this is the case, either show me what it is I need to see. Now, because someone associates the part with this deeply energy, what this is getting to is them being correct. However, because this is a Buddhist monk, their energy is not one of chaos. Now, if you feel like you are an individual that is entitled, what this is talking about is your illumination. However, because this enlightenment is associated with deep thought and contemplation, someone is going to say that this is not an extension to the previous energy. However, I beg to differ, because what I know to be true is an energy that you were allowing in your home is the energy of ruckus. And since this is the case, what I know to be true is your boundaries were crossed, and when you said you did not want either's instruction, we put you back in our Sikinia. So because I know that certain people are going to say that this is for us because of the images on the cards, what I know to be true is this energy is for everybody and everyone. However, because the dream state is where someone fell short, what they need to recognize is an illusion. Not just any illusion. What this is speaking of is you savoring the moment. Either show me what it is I need to see. Now, because this is also the energy of chaos, however, this particular energy is one that is deciding to walk away from a situation. Now, the scenario associated with the dream state has a lot to do with someone's current upheaval. Either show me. Now, because this card flipped over in my hand, I'm going to allow it in this energy. Now, what this cut is revealing is a puppeteering. However, because this energy is a masquerade, what this is talking about is individuals realizing whom the real DEVIL is in their environment. And this is because they are now understanding that the DEVIL has a class. And since this is the case, what I'm pulling from the bottom of both stacks in my hands is someone that refused to listen. Now, this particular individual also knew that one day something was going to be illuminated from their past. And this is because a fire sign resurfaced, but not just any fire sign. This particular fire sign is one that feels like the ones of other colors resonate with them. However, they are going to say that they are Mohican. And since I know that somebody is going to say either they can shuffle and talk at the same time, what I'm doing is shuffling and talking at the same time. Now, you can say it sounds louder because she moved closer to the microphone, and I'm going to tell you, you are indeed right. However, what you don't realize is I am one of them that is with the ish. And because I'm with the ish, everything I do is strategic. Now, what this haircut is revealing is someone's illusion. However, because this individual feels like they can now call themselves a shamanic healer, what this is getting to is them not being correct. Because when they turn on a certain frequency, their energy receptors are disturbed. Now, this is simply because they don't know which frequency is for them. And since this is the case, this individual is going to opt to say that the love frequency is not for them because they show no love. That's what it is. You show no love, you get no love, and you get no love from healing. Now, for those that are saying, is this person into tantric? If they thought they could be into it, they can't now, because what's going to happen is it's going to make them ill. Now, this could have a lot to do with a prior engagement at an institution that may pertain to someone's child's father. However, this could also be a masquerade that is happening right before someone's eyes, because what this individual feels like is that they are going to fool someone by saying that Ether only talks in a different voice when her hands is out of the camera. So now that we got it straight, that I am on an iPhone, you could say I researched any type of mechanics that could change your voice on an iPhone specifically, and I couldn't find any, because what this individual uses is a GoPro. Go figure. Now, in regards to someone's POV, what this is getting to is you realizing that someone you had in your home is also someone that you shouldn't trust. Now, you may feel like you were puppeteering these individuals because they're younger. However, I beg to differ. Now, because I know that this particular energy here is associated with Kairos, what I'm going to do is tell you that these cards here will be in a separate energy pool. Now, because I know that you are all still waiting for this moon energy to be intuited, what I'm going to tell you now is it's coming. And this is because these individuals learned enough to know that the moon is talking about something that is hidden. However, because these particular videos are not in the membership, they're going to say that this is our energy, but what we need to know is behind the scenes. And they are correct. Now, what I know to be true in regards to most in this energy situation is that they feel like they are the entitlement era. And because they feel like they are the entitlement era, what this cut is going to reveal is that they are not. Now, since you've seen that I did not look at the cut first, and I did it right when my hands are in the camera, you can say, now, I'm going to copy this because it's stickers and I could use them. Because what happened when you attempted to research anything that came off my cards was brain fog. So now you can look this up, because stars can't shine without darkness is also something that you got from me. And since this is the case, I'm going to tell you now, when you recite any of my lingo, specifically for my era, they're going to say, you're one of them. And this is because we are the era with the hip-ish, and you know it. Now, in regards to a karmic wheel that you are certainly on, and if this is not you, this is someone that you believe in. What this is talking about is their bad choices. However, because we know that a certain individual is a tooted and booted, we're going to say that you'll never be one of my class because your energy is too low. Now, in regards to something not equating, which means making sense, we're talking about the energy of E equals MC2. I can remember when I said that, someone said she believes she is Albert Einstein and that people are going to fall for her shenanigans. And what it is an energy transmutation, which you refer to as an energy transference, which you also learned from me. Now, what this is talking about is me understanding wholeheartedly what E equals MC2 squared is all about, truly. Now, for those that are saying Ether is a mathematician, we're going to tell you that Ether is not a mathematician. What you want to know is if Jizzy Razel is going to talk when her hands are in the camera because you believe I stick a microphone up and down and up and down and up and down. That, my friend, is called production. I do not have a camera crew here. I am a one-man band. You know what I'm talking about? Now, because I know that you are inheriting, or this person is, the worst scenario ever possible for your energy, what this is talking about is you not being center stage because you're not the person that you're telling people you are spiritually. And since this is the case, what I'm going to say is it is the one that you didn't want to give a contract to is the energy that this is in. However, because he feels like he can say he's an Aries and people will believe him, what this is talking about is them trying to steal your persona. And it's not working. Now, because they know that you are actually one of them, they're going to say that these are the types that don't be in love. And what it is thugs need love too. You hear my drill? So since I know that this is the case and someone feels like they're going to climb your ladder to success, what this is talking about is them being eradicated. However, in regards to something being impossible, it is because your energy is too low. You cannot channel with a pendulum, no Orisha. If you knew what that meant to them, you wouldn't be sitting there like that. So, in regards to a group picture, some of you are realizing that these group pictures have something to do with video production. And since you know that I was a videographer, what this is talking about is you realizing that I know how to edit, really, and not just on an iPhone, because I went to college for it, not school. And since this is the case, what I'm getting to is me having multiple streams of income, God willing. Now, if he decides to put me, Ether, in a cardboard box, trust and believe you're going to be the first to know about it. Now, and since I know that an illumination has something to do with candles, we're going to say, you are not the kind we want. What we want is a kind energy, not a kind beast. We already have enough of them. So for those that say you are savages and beasts, we already know your energy is not one of a beast. It is one of a ghoul. And since this is the case, what I foresee in the coming months is you realizing that you are indeed a ghoul. But what that entails, you won't find out in this reading. So if you want to know your ghoulage, reach out to me at oracleoftheether@gmail.com and book with me today. That is it. What is your name? What is your name? Sergisias Ether.